Like, a lot of things that I complain on the fan games, with positioning and such, like this is the example you should be looking at. Like when you think of positioning. You are watching Nico Evaluates. I'm a video game critic, analyst and QA tester with over 29 years of experience on Mega Man games. You have arrived at the source of honest criticism. Hello people and welcome to Nico Evaluates JOES, a Proto Man adventure. So this is Gemini Lasers, aka Flashman85's, aka Nathaniel Hoover's game. It's based on the idea that JOES are often placed horribly in the official games or just in a boring way, which I have to agree on. I mean, if you've ever watched the show, you know my take on enemy placements and how they could be better most of the time. So this game here might be a literal answer to my worries. And let's see if it actually impresses me. Because what Nathaniel told me is that he really wanted to showcase the JOES in their best light and make the player think. So that's really intriguing. And if you haven't watched it yet, there's a podcast with me and Gemini Laser. We did an any podcast on this channel, so I'll link it in the pinned comment so you can take a listen. I'd highly encourage you to listen to that first before watching this. Just to get a better idea of how the development of this game went. That's actually strange, the intro background is not actually black, as you can see, it's just transparent. So, like look at this, if I drag this here, it's actually transparent, that's really interesting. Like, I mean, the background in the game is black, so it works out, but... I don't know why this is. Weird. I mean, it looks like a cool overlay, if you can set it on something. So this is probably one of the last games to ever make it through with Blika's engine. In the year 20XX.
Proto Man, you're finally back. How was your adventure?
Boring. So many JOES. Sniper JOES. Hammer JOES. Who keeps building these things?
Considering the entire JOE line is based on your design, I'm surprised you don't think more highly of them.
It takes more than a shield to earn my respect. All they ever do is block hallways and guard the tops of ladders. Boring.
Even the most interesting opponents can grow tiresome if it's always the same fight. JOES have so much more potential, yes?
She looks like my grandmother used to look like. Hey, come back with my Proto shield.
Proto Man, wait! That's a type of JOE we've never seen, and it managed to get past lab security.
Fine, I'll grab a couple of weapon chips, just to be safe. These weapons had better still work on the way I remember them.
They won't. Father made a few tweaks. We have your old Brakeman armor in storage too, if you want it. Good luck. Bitch.
JOES, a Proto Man adventure. Options. Estos viendo a Nico Evalua. Tengo 20 años de experiencia. Vos regardas Nico Evalue. Tavigden fan de experience. Du schaust Nico werdet. Ich habe 29 Jahre Erfahrung.
Oi, you're watching Nico Evaluates.
Okay, maybe enough fucking around, huh? Oh, Cox. Well, I would prefer if there were more window sizes. I mean, playing this on a 4K monitor with window size 4, it's still like a stamp, so I'll probably play this through OBS. Controls, gamepad does not work out of the box. You have to use Joy the key. Energy balancer on or off. I like that that's there. So I'm gonna go into this slightly differently than I usually do. Since I talked with Gemini Laser about the game, I know the backstory and how difficult it was to make the game, so I'll keep that in mind as I go. But I'll still give my feedback as usual, so I'm gonna be fair to everyone here. But just because I know how difficult it was to make this game, and because he's not like an actual developer, kinda go easy on him, right? So, I understand. It was a great talk. Let's see what the game is about. One more thing I have to mention is every time you like select something here, it makes this grating noise. Like every time you select something. That's a bit too much, I think. It's like every time. So you have Proto Man and you have Brakeman and a question mark. Brakeman has a different set of weapons. He has item 2. Which we ought to check, because that's being held together by blue tack, as Gemini Laser told me. It's apparently amazing that it actually even works. So I guess we'll try with the normal Proto Man first and see if we can swap characters at some point. or if we have to start from the beginning. You can also choose your charge sound. This should have probably been in the options menu instead. Oh god. Like they're all horrible. I'll select the normal one. And I guess we'll play on normal to get the authentic experience as usual. Oh god. There it goes with the shield. So the first thing that I notice, and anyone who's invested any time into playing games probably notices, that this is not 60 FPS. That is because it's Blaiga's engine, it's 30 FPS. And that is something that Gemini Laser told me that he can't even tell the difference. And for someone who's been on this field for a pretty long time, I can easily tell this is not 60 FPS. And actually it's kind of bothering me, to tell you the truth. It's like it's running on slow motion, it's not fluid, that's the effect I get. So actually, if I were to showcase you what 60 FPS looks like, I'm gonna try to overlay it here. So 60 FPS compared to 30 FPS is apparent here when we look at them side to side. So that's the difference here. Maybe that'll illustrate it better than just saying that I feel like it's different. It is different, and this is probably gonna be the biggest thing that I would complain about so far. Controls. Usually Proto Man is only able to fire 2 times, not 3 times, but here he can shoot 3 times now. Maybe that's good. Maybe that plays well with the game. But regardless, the physics are alright. I mean, there's one peculiar thing here. Everything works fine though, but sometimes looks like you can't. When you land, if you try and slide right after on the same frame, you can't slide. The dust comes out, but you can't slide. So, there, as you can see. If you manage to hit the buttons correctly, then you'll get jammed. That's one thing I can notice so far. That could use some polish, so that doesn't happen like that. Does it happen to both sides? Or only the right? No, both sides, okay. So I gotta be careful not to like accidentally like jam myself. That's one thing I can notice. Let's see. Okay, you can activate the dust crusher. Yeah, okay, Nico. The skull barrier. You got a laser trident, interesting. Seems to work right. P-coil. Yep, there we go. It's kind of jank when it lands. It like adjusts its position, like after it lands. It goes a bit to the right. Look at that. There we go. Small things. But you know, this channel is all about nitpicking, so that's what I'll do. And I also... I'm gonna nitpick some more. I also don't like how the icons are so close to the text. Like the S starts right next to the skull icon. There should be a little bit of a gap. Like here, there's a gap here. Why is there no gap here? Okay. Well, we got those out of the way. And then we got lives 0 too. I would almost prefer if the 0 wasn't there. Like, I mean, what's the deal? If I have 10 lives, just put the 1 there then, but don't have the 0 there when I only have 2 lives. It's just a wasted space for something that I could look through. Like, the 0 is just obstructing my view there. So now that we got those out of the way, looks pretty nice, looks okay. Let's see. Oh, holy fuck. Well, that's a show from Mega Man 2, I suppose. It kind of looks like the Mega Man 1 show. But yeah, it doesn't follow us if we jump over it. So it's kind of like a hybrid version, I guess. It does look like the Mega Man 1 version, but it doesn't work that way. So the idea of the game, I suppose, is that you'll, rather than like going through the JOES, you'll yeah, that's definitely the Mega Man 1 show. Like you'd rather learn the patterns and how to go past obstacles than just like slam through everything. That's the idea of the game. So I should not be able to shoot through that, which is correct. So I'm not sure why it doesn't follow us like in Mega Man 1. Maybe that was hard to code, but that's something you kind of want to see. Because if it's supposed to be the same show, then it's like supposed to work the same way, of course. So this is definitely the Mega Man 2 show. There we go. Okay. See if you can shoot through the shield. I actually prefer if you couldn't. Kinda depends on the game. But here, I kinda like that you can't. Because that would make it easier to scum. Okay, good. You prevented that. You can't go up there. Good. Getting a small prize for our troubles. Okay. I mean, so far it's really like self-explanatory. But here is your first like moment to think. So you dodge the hammer by sliding under it. I can see that. Yeah, you can definitely see this is not 60 FPS. Whoa! It is kinda bothering me. But you can go back to the buster by... I accidentally used the whistle. You can go back to the buster by holding both L and R, that's good. So how do you go about this then? Maybe like this? Yes. I mean, this is all about like figuring out how to do things, and I like that. So I'm probably supposed to use my weapons more than I am, but I don't feel the need yet. That seems to work fine. What the heck? So originally this was supposed to be a shorter project than it became, but that's what happens with every project, I guess. I kinda wanna reset this room because I want to see if the charge buster is actually 3 damage or how does it work. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the Mega Man 2 show works fine. And also what I wanna see with these armors is if they work as they're supposed to work. We'll see, I guess there's gonna be more of them. I suppose. What? That's kinda like a showcase of the JOES, I guess. Just a fun thing at the bottom. Oh no, it's not a fun thing, they're gonna hit me here. Or are they? Let's see. No, they're just there for fun. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep, that's a good challenge there. I actually like this one. This is a well-placed challenge. So when I shoot this skeleton show, the charge should not keep going. It does though. So if the crystal show takes 3 hits to kill, then why does the charge go through it? Let's make sure. The crystal show dies to 3 hits. So what should actually happen is the charge should stop. Because if all of the 3 damage was used, then there's no reason for the charge to keep continuing after. So if I keep jumping, this should not fire. Which seems to be the case. If you're in the air when they land, that's when they should not fire. But if I'm on the ground when they land, that's when they fire. That seemed like really erratic. Maybe I also have to be on the same plane. Let's see. Yep, there we go. So I also have to be on the same plane. What if I keep jumping up here? Does seem to work pretty good. Pretty well. Hold fire to charge the Proto Buster for 5 times the firepower. 5 times the fire. Oh. Even a half charge shot does double damage. Well, okay. You invented your own rules? I can understand that. I like how you answered me via the game. Right as I complain about something. Here's my answer to your criticism. Are you the ghost of Nathaniel? What's going on? We can select the pass. Let's go down here. I like sand. Let's see what's in here. 5 times the firepower, huh? Like shit like this I like. Makes me think. Oh god. He's not gonna drop down there. So we're gonna have to lure him to the right. This is probably what you wanted me to do. Yep. This is exactly the idea of the game. It's a bit jank, I mean... Not gonna lie. Like how the sand effect is done like this, where you can see yourself through the side. Yeah, it's not perfect. And why is the sand like hovering in mid-air? But it's all because it makes you think how to battle these shows. It's done like that to like have as many possible ways to kill them as possible. Possible as possible. Okay, no item down there. gonna get killed because I'm stupid. I mean, what's new? So let's reorient ourselves and think this through again. I'm not huge on like challenges where you can't see well. So this is kind of the borderline of what I can tolerate what comes to things like this. But it's like well done, so I can understand why it's like not too infuriating here. Okay, can I go up there is the question. No, I'm trying to break your game. Why is there a free 1-up? Ah! You got me. Okay. At least I know the timing on this. That rarely happens on this show. Why is there a free 1-up? Gets killed. Well, this is my... Imagine this as your punishment for trying to grab a 1-up. This whole section is a punishment for a simple mistake. The simple mistake being, hey, there's a free item, which turned out not to be free. Like, whose fault is that? Yeah, it's mine. So I understand that. Luckily you showcased all the JOES to me before this section, so I know, like, what kind of JOES there are. That's very well thought out. Okay, nothing there. I do like the fact that you can see your legs from beneath. I mean, I almost forgot already that it's not 60 FPS, but it's still bothering me a bit. So I have to decide which I'll take. Unless... beat your challenge. Now what's Nathaniel? How do I get that? Oh no. I kinda wanna check the other pad as well. You hit your head on nothing. How do I get this? I don't think there's a way to get that. We have to figure out what the letters mean. Where am I supposed to go here? I guess up. I don't like water. Okay, go! These JOES have no sound. Okay. I understand. This is fun to figure out. I mean, the challenges presented here are fun. And already you're using the JOES better than the official games ever have. I mean, there are instances of good JOE usage, but it's not, like, usually not this well thought out. So I can see the appeal of this game. Oh fuck, I didn't see that! My bad. Completely my fault. Otherwise though. Oh my god, the ladders are hurting my eyes. Check this out. Hey, this is pretty fun. I mean, sure it has a lot of problems, but a lot of can be forgiven for the fact that it's so well designed. And I do like that you can, like, choose your pad every time. We're gonna miss on some content here, I don't doubt that. So, we're gonna have to revisit the levels, I suppose, with, like, Brakeman and check the other routes. Because it's not that long of a game, I think. So, might as well, like, play twice with both characters. You hit your head on nothing here, which should not happen, of course. Oh god, he's riding the thing. And I can't go through before I kill it. Understood. So far I don't feel like using the weapons that much. If that was your intention, it's not really working out. Maybe it will in the later stages, but for now I don't really feel like using the weapons. And right as I say that, let's see if this would help us here. It does, okay. Case in point, sometimes they can come in handy, but that was the first time so far. I could use the skull barrier a lot, but... Oh my god! The platforms are a bit... like off. Like as they go down, they're like... Oh god, I'm an idiot. As the platforms like dip, the animation is a bit... like slow. Yeah, when it comes back up, the animation... like there is no animation, it just comes up. That's weird. Got that. That was fun actually. You will die. Like, I don't feel like using the laser trident, because I feel like that's a bit cheating. So I'm trying to use my buster the best I can. Okay. New mechanic is taught to us. Is there an item down here? Yep. It's lovely when you figure something out like that. Okay, I'm gonna go here. I like dust blocks. They are fun. So again, this room would be better if this actually worked like the Mega Man 1 shows where they like chase you. I know I took damage to showcase that, but that's what I wanted to do. So definitely the Mega Man 1 shows, I feel like should have been like remade. Like why would I fight these when I can just go through this? That's one of the ideas of this game. Makes you think when to fight and when to just go past them. Still died because I was an idiot. I mean, that's nothing new. So I could just do this here and then... Heck. Take another layer. Yeah, this definitely encourages skipping these fellows. Which is nice. The whole idea of this section is to figure out a way to skip enemies. And you'll get your prize at the end. You can actually kill this man. Man, I just call it a man. You can kill the enemy like that. I mean, the game is really likable. And even with the small problems, it's not a bad game so far. Like, this game does everything right that I always complain about that are done, like, not correctly. That is a weird way to say that, but you know what I mean. Like, a lot of things that I complain on the fan games, with positioning and such, like, this is the example you should be looking at. Like, when you think of positioning. There we go. I mean, I like the thought process I have to go through here. And there's gonna be a big patch at some point when he gets to it, to fix a lot of the problems, or at least some of them. And like add some new things into the game. When that happens, we don't know. Nathaniel himself doesn't know. Oh god. I made a terrible mistake. At least you don't hit your head up there. Call that a challenge? I should have checked with Coil. I do like the open-ended gameplay where you can select your path and then go through the level. Jumping physics are totally different underwater. Watch your jump height and falling speed and change your tactics accordingly. Yes. Guess we'll continue next time. If you agree on what I said, leave a like. If you disagree, leave a dislike. I'll catch you next time.